What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And this is the wrestling news on February 19th, 2025 for you all today. We're going to be talking about the wildest and intriguing wrestling news stories and rumors that you assassinators need to know from the Wrestling Inc. article, including AEW finally announced the date and location for Double or Nothing this year in 2025. We got Triple H reveals WWLFG championships are into on as info on uh, how they'll be won in defending drops, and it says right here that All Ego Ethan Page says says that he has a broken nose and Bubba Ray Dudley or Bully Ray, whoever you want to call him, points to AEW departure, like as catalyst, to promotions downward trend. And we got AEW's Harley Cameron. I never thought like venture. And yeah, Harvey Cameron never thought that ventriloquism would make TV. And Booker T names WWE LFG contestant already rubbing people the wrong way, and plus much more. And also, yeah, please make sure to hit the subscribe and the post notification bell if you haven't already for more of my videos. And let's get started off with the next slide, which it. But yeah, we start off the day with some extremely intriguing news, because we have the uh, uh, AEW finally announces like the date and the location for Double or Nothing. And let me tell you, it won't be in Sin City this year. And I'm not sure if it has anything to do with the fact that WrestleMania is gonna be there. But even if it probably wasn't, maybe this could be in a different movie. Like on what city it's going to possibly be at, considering that they have AEW All in Texas. So it's probably not much of a surprise, but it's very exciting to explore and see where it going might possibly be. And it says right here, Double or Nothing was the event that technically started it for AEW. The event has be, become known as an annual of sorts, as the 2019 event was officially the first pay-per-view ever produced by the company making the 2025 event the sixth annual AEW has ever booked. It says there will be something very different about this year's event, as AEW HS officially announced that it will not be taking place in the traditional location, which is Las Vegas, Nevada. Instead, Double or Nothing will take place at the desert, down more southern, like just the state away from the state of Nevada, will be indeed be in Glenville, Arizona, which I believe they will be advertising frequently tonight on Dynamite. But it says right here, what you can see on the post. And before I even made this podcast, I could have sworn I ran into this, like in this little announcement, like on a different article, which the AEW posted on Instagram, if I'm mistaken. But yeah, like yeah, this is a very shocking and yeah, I'll say no, not shocking, but it's a very I would say more likely a very I'll say a little bit of a surprising like news here, like which I would assume they probably would assume because it probably if it have something to do with WrestleMania, which I believe they probably wouldn't confirm that has anything to do with it. But it's where we got the news was revealed, like to help promote like February 19th episode of AEW Dynamite, which that's probably the primary reason, and the reason why they announced it today because they're going to be advertising it like all episode long, I guess you could say, for the upcoming 2 hours. But and yeah, I mean that with compliments, and I'd want to say it so quickly because I'm a little bit later than originally was trying to do this video, but this where. But anyways, we got this in AEW Dynamite and the taping for February 22nd AEW Collision, which is going to be aired on Saturday, but it's going to be a double taping for after AEW Dynamite tonight. But and it says right here that which will both take place like at the Arizona Financial Theater. Like AEW President Anthony Khan was interviewed by the publication about the upcoming pay-per-view, and it's safe to say like that he is very excited about the new location and the new home of AEW Double or Nothing, well, at least in 2025. Just like All In, like just a different location. While the other places like was normal for it to travel in other places, the place to place. But the thing is, I mean, it makes All In and Dynamite. I mean, you got the Double or Nothing and All In like very special if they have their events be staying in like a here in the Sin City and London. But anyways, but that's what he had to say onto the matter about like having his April, I mean not April, his May pay-per-view being at the being in the yeah in the Southwest state. Like we put on the best pay-per-view events like in the wrestling business, like the fans like in the Phoenix area like have been so incredible for AEW. We've done several shows around Phoenix, and we've had great support from the fans. Like I had said after like an amazing an amazing for AEW event like in Phoenix, like in the past, that we would bring these great fans a pay-per-view event because they deserve it. Like tickets will go on sale on February 14th, which is less than a week from now, like actually about 5 days to be the exact. Like this coming Monday, if I'm not mistaken. and he said with pre-sale will be 3 days previous, which is 2 days from now, which is the 21st on Friday, which that's also going to be advertised in tonight's Dynamite, and it says right here, Double or Nothing would held in Double or Nothing will be held in like in Las Vegas in 2019, 2022, and 2023 and 2024. But 2021 and with 2020 and 2021 being uh, being exception as they took place at the Daly's place in Jacksonville, Florida, due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So yeah, that's the reason why they have not been featured on, or else they'll been like 5 straight years that's been like at the what's it called? 5 straight years will be in Las Vegas, but yeah, but this year's gonna be in a different city, and it says right here that however the WWE WrestleMania 41 like being held at the Allegiant Stadium in 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 Paradise, Nevada, like AEW may have felt it was best to take their their anniversary show like out of the usual out of the usual home of the pay per view. And well, I'm not sure if it's the the I'll say yeah, maybe the sixth anniversary because they had the perfect five anniversary in Las Vegas. But but maybe it'll probably be best anyways, even if WWE didn't had anything to do with it. And what are your thoughts onto this? And do you think that WWE did was at least a partial reason why AEW had to move their Double or Nothing pay per view? Which I wouldn't say exactly because what Anthony Khan said, like he has a vet, and he told him that they wanted the pay per view anyways, and also like probably trying to find something different. Not trying to make excuses for him, but I'm just pointing out the logical reasons why that he did that in the first place. But let me know down in the comment section right down below. But moving on, we got Triple H reveals WWE like LFG titles as info like how they'll be won and defended drops. And it says right here last year like W the the WWID program was announced serving as a way for the larger wrestling promotion to dev- to larger promotion to develop like future talent on the independent scene in the month since a number of matches like between WWEID like recruits have taken like place like across various promotions like and like WWE's chief content officer Paul Triple H Levesque like has now revealed like that another aspect like of the program, like a set of WWID championships, like WWID championships, and then you can see them right here, which Triple H tweets on the caption like the top independent wrestling prospects like have been ID'd, like and like now like we're yeah, and pun intended to the ID'd part, Like, and now we're ready to spotlight the best of the best. Like, here's your first look at the men's and women's WWID championships. But here's the caption where Triple H does the post. Sorry if the screen's in the way. I'm not sure how to get rid of this. What's your what's your reactions to maybe I could give you a better look into the post that Triple H showed his ID on the ID championships. Okay, this is a better post. I found got rid of the image of those yoga pants ad, like wherever that was. Well, who do you think is going to be the first ever WWE Speed Champion? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But let's move on to the next news. Yeah, it'll be very interesting. I mean, that Speed Championship, the ID Championships. Who's going to be the first ever ID champ? We all know who the first ever men's and women's Speed Championship. That's irrelevant at this time. Like I meant to say, who's the first ever WWE ID men's and women's champions? I should phrase that better, of course. But next up, we got the WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi. Congratulates Gunther for proving himself wrong. Which is probably a message to his like that's probably a shot at the ring general. Considering he's in a rivalry with his son, the Royal Rumble winner, main event Jey Uso. This upcoming It's coming April. Gunther will defend his World Heavyweight Championship against the 2025 Royal Rumble winner, main event Jey Uso. The and he will guarantee the main event spot at WrestleMania 41. And since Uso chose the ring general as his opponent, both men have engaged in heated promo battles and vicious brawls, like with each other, with Gunther amping up his heel qualities. It says right here that now that a fan favorite is Uso, a fan favorite like Uso is the number one contender. However, somebody that didn't believe that Gunther had potential to reach the top of the card in WWE was none other than Uso's real life father, the master of the stink face, Rikishi. Who recently credited the World Heavyweight Champion for his work and retracted his previous thoughts about him on the Off the Top podcast. He he uh, he he said, congratulations, to Gunther. I was wrong about Gunther earlier, and um, uh, I'm a man up because I didn't see Gunther as as being a main player, but obviously there's things that I don't see because like I'm not on the road with him. Like I don't see the work ethic of this guy. Like I don't like see the professionalism like of this guy. Like I'm a fan of Gunter. Like I see his work. He's a real good heel. Like and yeah, like rhyme intended, I guess you could say. Gunter has to feel just as excited as Jay is because if I'm not mistaken, like this is Gunter's first WrestleMania main event. Like and this means just as important to Gunter than it does to Jay. But on the flip side, like for both sides, like of the other family, like we all rooting for them, like to to get to get like out there and steal the show. Rikishi stated that his son will need to do his homework, like if he want to defeat like Gunther at WrestleMania 41, like in praise, like for uh, the health of both competitors, like heading to this year's event, like sharing that he wants them to enjoy the moment. But what are your thoughts on Rikishi's opinions about about knowing Gunter before, like about him not being like a main eventer in WWE, which I was not sure. I was starting to be more scared for Gunter, like not making it as a main eventer, like if he does get called up to the main shows at a Raw or SmackDown. But when he had that legendary reign with the Intercontinental Championship, I'm like, yeah, he's ready for a world championship. And then it was not so long at all. Like as soon as he dropped the title to Sami Zayn, like he immediately went right into the next level, into the main event level of championships, which is the world championship, which Triple H successfully can capitalize on him, like for a world championship. And yeah, and I'll say he have did pretty decent stuff with the belt. Maybe not the greatest run I can say that I completely enjoy, but I do like, what they call it. I do like honor and congratulate WWE for successfully executing on to the idea of putting Gunter as world champion, but maybe it's like time to see a new champion out of the main event Yeet Master. Like it looks like he could finally could fit into that mold of finally becoming the world champion. And then when it like getting beaten multiple times with the ring general, and he and even before he became world champion, he even took some L's when he was trying to fight him for the Intercontinental Championship. So this story makes sense. Like with him, when Gunther keep beating him time and time and time again, like in this where has a final opportunity to get some redemption from taking L's from Gunther, and finally show him that not only that he can beat him for a world championship, but he can finally beat him like overall. And this would be his biggest win, like in their biggest match that they fought in, like more bigger than those matches got to beat him and combined, including the last one, the last encounter when they were in Saturday night's main event in San Antonio. But we're gonna wait and see like who's gonna walk out at night one or even likely night two as main event like as your world champion in Sin City. But moving on, we got WWE NXT star All Ego Ethan Page says that he has a broken nose, and we got some unfortunate injuries. Like there are fewer things more common in the history of professional wrestling, and for the wrestlers themselves as well. Like then a wrestler working through some pain or even an injury. WWE NXT star All Ego Ethan Page has become the latest to prove that point, like while also using it to score some points, like over some ungrateful fans. Taken to X like on Wednesday morning, which was here this morning, like the former NXT champion sought to uh sought to affirm that his dedication to WWE and NXT, despite claims otherwise from certain fans, and to show proof like of his dedication. Page posted a photo of himself like it says right here. To show proof like of his dedication, he posted himself like with a string over his nose, like revealing that he had suffered a broken nose, but has continued to work through it, like with no break in my schedule, like uh, uh, and according to Page, it's a good thing he has, as he claimed, like everyone knew, NXT wouldn't have been the same without me. Like last night, here's basically what he looked like yesterday on WWE NXT. On his post on X, which it reads like, how could WWE fans could question my commitment in very disgusted questions, like in like in a broken nose with no break in my schedule. Like we all know NXT just wouldn't have been the same without me last night. I mean, like in this era, like in this time of NXT, I cannot argue because he's been doing some very phenomenal work, like with his heel run, especially with him being this psychotic heel character, with him like trying to break every piece of Javon Evans' smile bones, I guess you could say. Which I'm starting to sound like Teen Titans Go, of course. But yeah, they trying to break every piece of Javon Evans' smile bones off his face, well, at least in kayfabe, that is. But yeah, but it wouldn't just be the same. Like we would have noticed, like the absence of Ethan Page and wonder like what's the reason why he didn't show up to NXT. Well, us positive Pete's like, but when it comes to these fans that are acting like trolls, like that's on Twitter, like tweeting like stuff that are in the negative way, which I understand what's the point of doing that. If it's nothing that's gonna be in the positive side of things, like even if you do have a point, like there's no point of putting it out like on the internet, like that's gonna be like that's gonna be controversial right there itself. Like, and it's gonna get roasted by a wrestler that just knows how to use use social media responsibly and put these so-called fans in their place. But anyways, yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below. And like, do you agree with Ethan Page if he did not have the passion of being in WWE, would he be even showing up to work whatsoever? Which yeah, I would totally I totally would agree. Like if this was the case, if that was like if he did not like WWE, because like he would probably would sandbag the moves, he would not sell the moves, he would not he would basically would not like it would be very difficult to work with. But it seems like he's very cool with everybody that he works with, like behind the scenes. So yeah, I don't think he's a cancer into the locker room, which that's one good sign that we not heard from in the news, wrestling news, about the All Ego wrestler, along with a couple other things. But Page didn't disclose like when he suffered his broken nose, like though like his statement would seem to uh, to suggest the injury occurred some time ago. Like All Ego like has only had two matches over the over the few weeks. Like the first occurring like on January 28th when he defeated Cedric Alexander in Alexander's last WWE match before being released most recently. And Page was in action at NXT Vengeance Day, like against rival Javon Evans. Like Evans, like with Page managing to defeat the 20-year-old upstart, like and despite like being busted open, like unfortunately, like for Page, Evans like still has his sights on him, like as the two got into a brutal I got into a brutal brawl like this past Tuesday evening, which was last night. Like because I reviewed it, I know that. But to make matters more difficult, like Page also has has to deal with former AEW enemy Ricky Saints, like aka Ricky Starks, like which yeah, yes sir, man. For those that are unaware, did not watch the review video last night of NXT or watch the NXT show for themselves, Ricky Starks is going to go by the name Ricky Saints, like who officially signed his NXT contract last night, shortly after it was announced that Saints and Evans like would wrestle Page like and Wesley like who confronted Starks prior to his contract signing like in tag team action next week. But what are your thoughts on to what are your thoughts on Ethan Page's excuse me, like what are your thoughts on Ethan Page what are your thoughts on to him, like like showing like he totally loves the business to the point that he'll still compete in it, like even if his nose is broken. Which I think that if that don't show pure dedication, I don't know what to tell you. Like because like normally if somebody had even like the slightest injury like that, they would take some time off if they weren't really all in the business. But Ethan Page showed some, full, complete, yeah, motivation and dedication, like how much that he loves the industry overall in the business like itself, like in the specific company that he's working for. But moving on, we got Bubba Ray points to AEW departure as catalyst, like to promotions like downward trend. Although like AEW co-owner Anthony Khan signed a massive new media rights deal like last year, ensuring the company is financially stable, for the immediate future. Like this, there is a perception among many wrestling pundits like and like fans like that promotion like has been in a creative slump. Like speaking on Busted Open Radio, like uh Bully Ray shared his assessment like of when things like began like to go wrong like for the AEW. He he pointed out like Cody leaving AEW was a major blow to that company. Like Cody leaving AEW is what started the downward trend. Like go go back at look at any number like any metric like any talk on social media. Cody is the first crack like in the wall. like Bully went on to point out like that Rhodes was an instrumental figure like for the company, both in the locker room as well, like as from a business perspective. Like he like also suggested that Khan took it personally when Rhodes left, like and like when Ricky Starks later went to visit Rhodes backstage at the 2023 Royal Rumble, like while like noting that it's a, nat- a natural a nat- it's a natural response like for a person to have and Bully stated that Khan needs to develop like thicker skin like Vince McMahon. Again, Vince has programmed himself to not take things personally, like with Bully Ray continuing after helping like get AEW off the ground, like as an executive vice president, like Rhodes like left AEW in early 2022, like and made his return to WWE at WrestleMania 38, which for some reason they say otherwise here on the article, which they forgot about that. And he has since became like the undisputed WWE champion, like a title that he like has held like for over 315 days, and counting, of course. Not to embarrass Wrestling Inc. Like, yeah, they totally forgot that he came back in 2022, like, rather than, like a year later. Like the reason why we haven't seen him much in 2022 because he suffered a pectoral injury, but he did wrestle the likes of Austin Theory, The Miz, Kevin Owens, and what's his name, Seth Rollins in that year. But but he was mostly remembered like with him being the mystery opponent of Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, and then wrestled him a couple more pay-per-views after that, like at Backlash in May of that year, and then in June, like when they ended the feud, was in Hell in a Cell, which was the last Hell in a Cell pay-per-view like that they that was I'll say programmed in this decade, I guess you could say, and overall in WWE, the last pay per view that's been booked in WWE like overall, because Triple H thinks that the Hell in a Cell concept should be like an occasional thing to use, like if the story makes sense into a wrestling rivalry rather than just being a rather than being a pay per view exclusive or a gimmick match like for the and rather than being a gimmick pay per view whatsoever. Even though that you can still play it like as a playable location for WWE, like 2K games, like 2K 23 and 24 respectively. Which I was there by 24, they still have it maybe because for some of the fans that probably want to play it, which I guess that Triple H understand. That's why he probably kept it on the game, or let the game developers, I should say, put it on the game. But it says as for AEW though, like no public option like on the promotion is currently mixed and live attendance like has fallen like both like of its flagship TV shows like began like being what they call simulcast like on no, traditional TV like as on both TNT and TBS, as well as streaming on the platform Max, which is the streaming service of Warner Brothers Discovery, like the deal was finally started like last month. Like this, their first United States Stadium show is planned like for later this year, like like with AEW All In taking place in Texas on July 12th, 2025. And but what are your thoughts on to Bubba Ray's opinion about AEW's booking so far? And do you think they're not doing as well as they were when Cody Rhodes left? Which I'll say maybe like in some capacities he might be onto something, but I don't think they're completely sinking because they're still like making successful numbers when it comes to ratings, even though their ticket sales may be a bit I'll say off the rails, but I say that's one thing. Like that doesn't mean that they're going to be completely bankrupt and out of business like anytime soon. Of course, like when there's a mass majority of fans that are still a fan like of of this product, like including your boy SNA here himself. So I don't think AEW is gonna be fine for now, but maybe they should be concerned about the future, which I believe Anthony Khan's doing right now. Like along with him having everything prepared for this year's AEW event, but 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 well, let me know down in the comment section right down below on what's your thoughts on to W. What's your thoughts on on the AEW's status right now? Like, and do you agree with Bubba Bully Ray onto this matter? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But next up, we got AEW's Harley Cameron. Never thought that ventriloquism, ventriloquism were would make TV. And now we're talking about like Harvey Cameron's run so far, but despite failing to defeat Mercedes Moné for the TBS title, like at AEW Grand Slam, like in her hometown of Australia, Harley Cameron has become like one of the most beloved performers in the company over the last few months due to her humor character work and singing ability that said fans also fell in love with Cameron's felt well, Vin ventriloquism skills, ventriloquism skills, which she began to showcase on AEW television during her feud with the CEO, her segments featuring a mini Monet puppet was a hit with the audience and it in a recent interview with the Takedown on SI, Cameron shared when she began practicing ventriloquism squism, like ventriloquism, and provided her thoughts on the art being showcased in professional wrestling. And she says it's so interesting that it's ended up in the world of wrestling because once I left Australia I never really imagined doing it again unless I pursued it for what it was, but I used to work at a cabaret for many years and there was a lot of variety acts there and such. I became an obsessed with puppetry from that and it kind of made me dive down this rabbit hole of doing it at work so I started doing it own like in my own time and became very very enveloped in and again I never thought that I'd do it over here in wrestling but here I am and I'm not mad about it. Cameron also felt that ventriloquism came easy to her after already having past experience studying voice techniques and being a singer however it wasn't until she lost her voice and needed to take speech patholo- pathology that she was able to learn how to talk around the vocal no- nodules which helped her practice her ventriloquism squism skills. What are your thoughts on what on Harley Cameron, like like the revelation of not knowing that this was gonna act like with her skills of making puppets is going to make it on AEW television. Like and like for her not really like knowing what she wants to do in life as soon as she left her home country. Like she did found her way into the wrestling industry, which I believe was some kind of a blessing in disguise. And like with her like now being the like for finally having her big moment, like even though she didn't win, like she like when she faced the CEO Mercedes Moné for the TBS Championship, I believe that was the start of her successful run as a top star in the wrestling business. If that's now her dream is to do so, which I believe she did admit like into that segment before the AEW Grand Slam event, like that gets starting to be her starting to be like a passion that she now has like that she wants to do like along with the singing like as well. But yeah, like and ever since she did join AEW, she's been nothing but complete laughs and entertainment. I'll say she has been very entertaining, and especially that puppet. Even though I kind of think it's a little bit of abomination and a little bit like not trying to sound in the negative side, but I'll say it's very hilarious. It kind of reminds me of my boy Simon Miller with that puppet of his, which is what's his name? The puppet Simon, like Puppet Simon or Simon Says, whatever he calls it. Yeah, but it's very hilarious. Like, yeah, you gotta remind me of Simon, and I'm not sure if he ever did he made that puppet version of himself. He either did that or had it custom made. But yeah, that's very hilarious. Yeah. And I hope that this won't be the last two two guys that I've seen that are wrestlers and that also has puppets as well, like or has some kind of a puppet persona of some sort. Yeah, but yeah, but I hope that like that Harley Cameron does have her moment in in AEW, like and she does somehow become champion. Like it's just unfortunate that she won't be at this time because the two of the women's champions that's on the roster are so dominant to the point that it just seems like it's not like they're not ready to drop the title anytime soon. Well, Tony Storm in one hand, she just won her championship, so it looks like she's gonna be holding on to that title for quite a while now like as well. But for but I'll say at this point, like yeah, like it looks like her focus point is that she needs to start ranking some wins and start being recognized as a very I'd say a very I'll say concerning threat I should say to the women's division. I'll say other than the champions I should say because like it looks like she's not going to be going after for the titles for a while. So both timeless Tony Storm and the CEO Mercedes Moné could take a brief of a sigh of relief. But anyways, but let me know, yeah, down in the comment section right down below. When do you think that she could be the women's champion in AEW? But yeah, wish her the very best of luck on to that. But moving on, we got Booker T names a a very particular LFG contestant that's already going to be that's rubbing that rubbing people the wrong way, and Booker T like while WWLFG may only be like one episode old, like it's already developed a villain like the like that would be none other than the contestant BJ Ray. Like for those that know him that watches the show, haven't like I'll probably think I'm crazy, but I haven't watched the show yet. And I probably need to watch it right now. Oh, really? You know a Puppet Elmo? Yeah. Yeah, that's good for you. I'll say like, and I'll say like, and I understand why didn't they never have Sesame Street be special guests on in wrestling shows. They had like the Muppets being special guests in WWE back a dozen years ago. But I know like that's like too much of comedy, like too much comedy relief. Like, but at the same time, like it's still like something that will be very entertaining. Like to see, like especially like if they're part of a like in a little temporary angle, like to put over a top baby face. But anyways, yeah. But this BJ Ray dude, like a trainee, like who was or who has quickly like gotten like on the wrong side of the LFG coaches, like like Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, like another coach, like Bully Ray, like was a bit more forgiving, like of BJ. Although, like his theory that like the trainee could have a future like in the business as an enhancement talent, like didn't seem to be a ringing endorsement for a certain five-time world champion, like in and then there's and also the two-time Hall of Famer Booker T, like who like has come down squarely on the side like of his fellow LFG like coaches on the Hall of Fame podcast or on this Hall of Fame podcast. Like Booker confirmed that Ray has not like endeared like himself like to anyone on the show like and teased that another incident may eventually like play out on camera, though like he stopped short like of saying like what like exactly like happened. And it says right here, like there's like been a lot of guys like that come along with the business that have like rubbed people the wrong way, like have like had certain attitude, like and like whatnot, like but normally, like those guys, they're able to back it up. The ring, like they're able to go out there and do something that makes you say, "Well, like I can look past that one. Like let's fix this." It's one of those type of deals, like in question that you can easily answer like, but this kid, like he's just getting started, like, and he's rubbing people the wrong way. He hasn't like drawn a dime. Like normally guys like that like do that, like they've gotten their feet like very wet. Like I'm talking cemented toward they can do that and get away with it. Like this kid, he's skating like on thin ice, and the shows not only like, and I'm wondering like he's going to make it make it to the end. Like I can tell you like this now, like you know what, like in question, like I'm not even going to say it. Like stay tuned. And who do you think he's referring to? Like for those that watch WWLFG, like let me know down in the comment section right down below. Give me your theories, like with him like giving a little cliffhanger here, and yeah, like it's a very good question. Like yeah, like who he's referring to. I wish I could point it out, but but I haven't watched even the first show. I need to start watching LFG. It sounds very interesting. Like I'm gonna start doing that. Like whenever I get some extra time, I'm gonna be watching that like do time to time and let you know how I feel about the show. Like, and is it something to definitely watch for yourself? But yeah, but like, what are your thoughts on this? But this BJ Ray dude, like being like being the future of WWE by Bubba Ray, but everybody else like Shawn Michaels and Undertaker is not sure if he's even like easy to train because he's very difficult. Like get the perfect it is a perfect time for him to be a good heel. Like once he gets caught up over to the if he gets started on NXT, let me know down in the comment section right down below. But moving on, we're gonna end today's wrestling news video with some when Bully Ray opens up about show stealer like match like booked for WrestleMania limit. I mean for WWE Elimination Chamber. I don't know where WrestleMania even came from. But yeah, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have climbed like their way from humble beginnings, like on the independent wrestling scene, like to the highest heights of WWE, and they've managed to tell a long-running tale of friendship, like and betrayal, like along the way, like the next entry, like in their saga, will take place like in their home country of Canada, like with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn meeting in a unsanctioned match, like early this month, like at WWE. Early next month, like at Elimination Chamber, looking ahead, like on a recent edition of the Busted Open Radio, like WWE Hall of Famer Bully Ray, like predicted, like that big things, like for the match, like for the matchup is likely going to happen, and he stated like one thing like Bully. Like the one thing that Bully appreciates about like modern like wrestling is that there is a titan like of screws like when it comes to telling logic. Like the former ECW star commented about like on WWE for this like and like stated that the stipulation ensures like the bout will be a straight up fight like between the two like bitter rivals like which is exactly what their relationship calls for. The winner like of the match is the guy like that's left standing. Like I would leave one of them standing and like one of them is down like on the mat or down like in the arena and like the other guy can walk away. Billy Claire clarified that he wasn't like exactly was sure like if the unsanctioned stimulation meant that there would be no referee present. But I apologize for that. Yeah, I just got up a couple hours ago, but anyways, like, but he encouraged like the company to go like in the that direction when thinking when thinking about like how like the match will play out. Like in addition to that, like the WWE Hall of Famer like shared his hope that the promotion strips out all of its presentation like bells and whistles like for that match like further like pushing the idea that it is like not sanctioned by WWE. And what do you think about this unsanctioned match? Do you think this is literally going to be unsanctioned, like with no referee going to be involved? And do you think they don't need a referee involved? Oh, oh, really? Yeah. Like oh, really? Yeah. Yeah. Like, excuse me. They my silly allergies. But yeah. But anyways, yeah, like for real, it used to be your favorite show. But yeah, like it always been my favorite too. Like it, yeah, like me and my brother used to watch it every week, and then for some reason it's still like it's my favorite to this day. With the I'll say even with some of the new wrestlers like that are fan favorites, and it kind of and some of them even kind of remind you of the old school wrestlers like back from the heydays of the entertainment of wrestling. But yeah, like we got, but yeah, like it's starting to be like more of a, I'll say, very like, fair, like it's like what's that like? Like it's like something that I just cannot like stop watching. It's so addictive, if you know what I mean. Yeah, like it's just a show that's so like enjoyable, like to you. Like it just you just cannot stop. It's like I'm not sure if it's better or worse than the drug. Yeah, but anyways, but yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below, like what's your thoughts on this stipulation, and like, and do you assassinators like would like this feud to continue, or do you think they just should lead up into go their separate ways and wrestle different wrestlers at WrestleMania? Which they kind of teased that we could see a feud with Karrion Cross. Like even Karrion Cross even posted a video on his social media account, like about sending a message to the former Intercontinental and Tag Team and NXT champion, and that's where we get. Oh, like he's still like a little birdie duckling, yeah. So yeah, he like haven't developed that yet. But, the little birdie man, like, I mean, the big, little birdie man, like, the one that always, makes, a couple appearances here on the SNA podcast, he definitely watches Monday Night Raw with his uncle SNA here, yeah. But, yeah, like, he, like, enjoyed watching that and Friday Night SmackDown, yeah. But anyways, but I would say like this unsanctioned match between Kevin and Sammy. I'll say I'll say if it's leading into like them trying to beat them up for good, and they're not gonna go back for a match for until a while, like that kind of. If it's leading towards that, I would assume that they're going to be booking Karrion Cross against Sami Zayn at WrestleMania, and then Randy Orton against Kevin Owens, where they could have Randy Orton could finally get his revenge. Like maybe like that's probably going to be the case right there. But let me know if you want that in the comment section right down below. Like and yeah, like I guess this is the end of end of the wrestling news video, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And in that, like, of the wildest and intriguing wrestling news stories and rumors that you assassinators need to know from the other the from the what's it called? What's that the from the rest from the what's that called, the Wrestling Inc. article. That's what I meant to say. Like, and let me know in the comments which one was your favorite news stories on this list. If I had to pick one, I would say once again about, yeah. I'll say, like, what's his name, Rikishi, giving some high praise for Gunther, but also trying to root for main event Jey Uso to finally have his moment of becoming world heavyweight champion, Yeet Master, I guess you could call him. And second one favorite is the AEW announced that the date and the location of the Double or Nothing this year, which is going to be in Glendale, Arizona. And who do you think is going to be in the match? Who do you think going to be fighting who in that night in the event, like in Arizona, which is going to be taking place, and which is going to be outside of Las Vegas, and which is in Sin City, which I'm not sure if it has anything to do with WrestleMania going to be in the location. And like, I'm surprised that there's no news story about like the reveal of what's Ricky Stark's name in WWE now. Even though not much of a surprise, like they're probably gonna keep the Ricky name to make it sound like Ricky Starks, but now he's gonna go by Ricky Saints, which I hope I get used to the name by the time the next week's NXT comes, which I probably will when I start talking about on the review video, show, when the teams with Javon Evans to take on what's his name, All Ego, Ethan Page, and Wesley. Yeah, but we're gonna end it right here for now, Assassinators, and yeah. And if you like this video, yeah, hit the like and subscribe and hit the post notification bells. And I hope y'all, and make sure to check out my AEW Dynamite review video, which we're gonna see Powerhouse Hobbs and Big Bill are finally gonna go at it in a street fight match. And and we also got MJF and Hangman Adam Page finally gonna go at it with one on one for we gonna go at I mean go face to face. And I want to ask you this question: like, I will will there be any physicalities involved? And like, leave a like. I mean, leave a comment down below about that as well. And I'll see you guys there. And I hope y'all are having a wonderful, a wonderful, fun, and safe, a safe Wednesday afternoon. And I'll see you next time with some more SNA content. Until we meet again, Super Ninja Austin out of here. Bye, Assassinators. Yeah. See you guys soon later on in the night. And I'll see you guys then. Peace.